So this is my goal for the night. We'll hook our Blackheart exhaust manifolds because them long tube headers didn't work out. That's all that. Once I get them on, get my spark plug wires put on, mess with the get out of it, body mounts so that I can really focus on that radiator and maybe move that condenser to the front of the core support. And then my ICT complete bracket, alternator, AC, power steering. This should take care of everything. The only thing that hadn't showed up that I could throw on there for my one off day is the Corvette style water pump, because I know in the last video I said I was going to try to use that GTO water pump, but it's real tight with that radiator, and I'll show you all that later. I have the core support in because I was trying to mock up the radiator support, and how I said earlier I was going to go with the Corvette because that is the GTO and that ain't a whole lot of room right there. If I keep the condenser, you know, behind it, that's how close it'll be, and I'm a little not comfortable with that. Also, the radiator hose, I got to get these accessory brackets on there so I can see about how much room I'm going to have. So let's get started. I think the plan is take the radiator core support back out and start with getting the headers put on. So that's what I'm going to work on. Well, I might have to take a moment and straighten a few things up before I can get anything productive done. That header is on. I do have an issue with this bolt and this bolt. I'm gonna take them back out. I'm gonna have to chase the threads, I guess. They're bottoming out before they get to where they're supposed to be at, and I don't want to force them. This side 100% done, torqued, and I put the steering column back on so that I could actually turn these stupid wheels to pull this thing in and out of the garage. So, spark plugs. Work on that now. Spark plugs are on. I'm hoping that one in the back, I got a little bit of room. This side went on pretty easy. Alright, we're gonna get this water pump took off. Some of y'all might not know this, but I have a blue collar job. And in this job, we constantly talk shit to each other. I mean, like, relentlessly, okay? Whether you're in the room or not, we're gonna talk shit about you, make fun of you, all that. But at the end of the day, we're around each other more than we are our actual family. So when we working through stuff, we talk to each other. When we trying to do a side hustle, we support each other. We buy each other stuff to get us started, you know. If our wives are trying to do a side hustle, we gonna buy their stuff. Anything we can do to support each other, all while hating on each other as much as possible, we're gonna do. And I've never been anywhere where you do actual like manual labor for a job where it's been any different. And a lot of people think that we hate each other, you know. A lot of people can't handle being talked to certain ways. But every once in a while, you'll do things to each other that fucks each other up. And the guy I work with made me this hat. And I don't know if y'all can see, it says the OK Carpenter. And that fucked me up, alright? I was not ready. He handed me this. There ain't no gasket on this sucker. Oh, okay, it's built in. Alright. I think I still might use the one that came with the new one. I feel like there needs to be a gasket, but okay. Whatever. I'm not a mechanic, I'm a parts exchanger. We're gonna get this figured out. He got me this hat, man, fucked me up. I was not ready for that. It made me so happy. But that's my Mr. Rogers moment for the day, alright? I'll quit that. I've had a couple, I say a couple. I've had one job where it was more white collar. And it was nowhere near as fun. Like, you gotta act professional. You can't cuss people out. Well, you know, fuck you, okay? If you go to work and you do something dumb and your coworkers don't cuss you out, you ain't living your life right. Or you just need better coworkers. Like, if I don't get told to shut up at least once, or get the middle finger, I'm having a bad day. Like, I need that. There's always one bolt that wants to stay in there longer than it needs to. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but it's pretty drastic. So the end of the water pump's there, and it, well, let's just see how far it sticks out. So that's about, make sure I got this thing squared up real quick. Alright, so we're looking at 1.5 inches. And the Corvette one is about a 8. Whoop, all right. I can't really get it to show up on my screen here. It's about 1/8 of an inch in. So I'm losing it was 1.5 inches, so 1 5/8 thinner. That's a good chunk. Because when I put that radiator in, it's maybe 1/2 inch. So now I'm over 2 inches away from the radiator, and that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.